Alright, yeah, I don't know why the stream shut off, but I go on stream, so I am back. OBS just like crashes sometimes, my streaming software.
You want to aim it. When you defeat enemies, you can click on them to loot them, but not every enemy has loot. You can also attempt to steal from people like the modern Elder Scrolls games, but the law is
Yeah, that was kind of me. I was just dying. I did not get out of the first dungeon. Maybe I should try it again. I definitely will, but I don't know about on stream.
of this game are
Elden Ring is still up. What happened? Did I die? Frame rate unsuitable for online play. So like, I don't know what to do now. It's like I did my goal. I did what I wanted to do.
that it's clunky, but I really like the atmosphere. I'll be honest, I probably go back, but I'm glad I finally
This UI, this looks like Minecraft too. This UI looks like so stupid. Looks so weird. Oh my god. Damn.
No contest.
I knew he was gonna do that. Damn, that move kills. Nice.
Way to go, Matt. You're the champ, baby.
Damn. That's just destroying me.
Chocolate bar call.
How did he get that? How did it do 30 damage? You win, Mac. I don't think I can beat this guy. I also should like stand up or something. I can't sit in this chair too long. I gotta eat like something.
Nice work. All figured out.
Meta Knight joined. Goddamn. Yeah, I'm not beating this guy.
Nice work, man. Got it all figured out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be right back. Jesus. I don't know, fuck.
Voice act.
It's weird how like it started out with just like a map with like Morrowind on it and Skyrim on it, and those became games, and it's probably just that area. I don't know. I think Skyrim has more. It is mostly like icy, like snowy though. I don't think I want to keep watching this. I know about the other ones. I played every Elder Scrolls spinoff in 20. Damn, I didn't even know these things existed. That's kind of cool. Battle Spire. The Elder Scrolls Battle Spire. An elite training center hidden in a pocket realm of oblivion. So where is Oblivion? I don't think Oblivion was on the map. The Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard. Predetermined character and forced third person point of view. That's interesting. Damn, there's a lot of these. The Elder Scrolls Legends, The Elder Scrolls Stormhold, The Elder Scrolls Travels, Stormhold.
Unable.
What the hell is that thing?
I couldn't really get into a.
Ew, what the hell is this?
The
This is like the weirdest one. It's like a third person Elder Scrolls game where you have to pick the. You can't pick a character, you have to use this character.
They remind me of when this game.
Alright, I'll be right back. Oh. I don't know what to do.
There's
The
experiences made
fuck?
specifically for mobile devices.
Whoa,
Gameplay-wise, it
dude.
feels really similar to Dagger. Where
The hell is an
while there is a
N-gauge?
lot of area variety.
Pretty nice variety of locations, though, especially for this kind of game. I think the isometric view, even if it's a little bit janky, works much better than a first-person view for this kind of game. Also, there's this awful
I don't care about the
Take your
Elder Scrolls
opponent's HP down to
Online
0. Things increase
or Blades.
be unlocked. Well, you don't have to choose to outright cancel, increase your rate of Mr. Fu, the game said you won, but this was actually a different day from when I was playing the Elder Scrolls Legends, and it was actually opposite day, so I actually
Alright,
won.
that's enough.
Sorry, but that's showbiz, baby! Overall, I actually kind of like this game, which I was not expecting at all. I know people love to hate on this game, and honestly, they're justified for a variety of reasons, especially based on the game's launch. That being said, it's got some solid stuff in it, and I think it definitely works as a modern version of the
Happen to Balmora. This video is, without a doubt, the most requested project I undertake of all time. And since I've been on a bit of a tangent lately with the original 2002 Morrowind, I decided to give it a try in the Elder Scrolls Online. Up until half a year ago, Skyrim was the only Elder Scrolls game I had ever played seriously. Last month, I decided to play Morrowind for the very first time, and now, logically, I gotta see how it holds up in ESO. It took me just over 30 hours to 100% complete the Morrowind DLC for the Elder Scrolls Online. Every quest, every story, every fish, I even did the raid. With the magic of editing, we're going to turn those 30 hours of content into around 30 minutes for your viewing convenience. Now I know in this video we're kind of clashing two generations of gamers. Please, God, no fighting in the comments. I'm serious, my last videos were basically war zones. Let's start with some very important background information you need to know. The Elder Scrolls Online takes place exactly 741 years before the events of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. While you're watching this video, you may ask yourself why the environment looks so different. Why is ESO's Morrowind so much more lush and vibrant, lore-wise, not the obvious technological limitations of 2002? From what we know, Dagoth awoke in the year 882 in the Second Era. That's exactly 300 years after ESO. When he awoke, that period was called the Days of Fire. I don't know if that's the official lore reason why Morrowind's environment is so dead in the Elder Scrolls 3, but that would be my best guess. Another thing that's weird, if you didn't know, is that the events of ESO take place during one calendar year. This entire game and its decades worth of content takes place during one single year. This means the Morrowind DLC we're going to be playing today takes place over a couple days at maximum. And speaking of a couple days at maximum, I don't want another month-long gap between my uploads. For the purpose of time, I'll be showcasing all of these iconic locations from the original 2002 release in depth, and the rest will be in the rapid-fire section of the video. I can't do everything in detail, okay? We'd be running for over 3 hours. I have a job. I can't do it. So, let's start this adventure in the right place. Fresh off the boat. We start completely naked. No gear, no money, no potions, no nothing. I find ESO too easy for my taste, so I add a few challenges to make the game harder. The rules can also be found in the description if you'd like to read them. Anyway, we scrounge around on the ship for a bit for some basic loot. Trying to see if I can find... Aha! Look at that. And then head above deck. I mean, I'm pretending like I didn't actually walk back here and position myself on the bottom of the boat, because this is not at all where you spawn in, but yeah, it looks good. Now, I really like the Elder Scrolls lore. It's probably my favorite fantasy universe, but Seyda-Neen shouldn't be here, right? I thought it was a newly established Imperial colony in Morrowind, 741 years in the future. There's an NPC in ESO who explains it was in fact the Gold Coast Trading Company who established it, and this guy was hired to build it. Since he's an Imperial, he used Imperial architecture. Did a bit more digging and found a Reddit post from what I can assume was a ZOS staff member. Basically, Seyda-Neen was too iconic, and although it didn't entirely make sense to include, they really wanted to, so they found a way to retcon it slightly. That's an honest, straightforward answer, and I can respect that. Moving on to the actual content, Seyda-Neen is absolutely packed with stuff to do. I mean, it kind of bums me out to say it, but I think there's only one entire quest in all of Seyda-Neen. Obviously, I'm poking fun, but yeah, one mission was slightly disappointing. The quest tied to this iconic location is mediocre at best. The guards were drugged so a slaver ship could pass by to a nearby island. Holy the dogs are out. What's going on down there? Your job is to prove it was the governor of Seyda-Neen who's actually been partnered up with the slavers for some extra cash. Coolest part about this mission is that there's a stealth mechanic where you need to hide in a basket. And that's all she wrote for Seyda-Neen. Technically, there's a nearby delve called Zanisipalu, which, depending on your dialogue choices, has you rat out a skooma addict to the local authorities in town. The Zanisipalu delve is in Morrowind as well, although not even remotely close to the scale and complexity. Okay. Yeah, this definitely wasn't here in Morrowind. This is what the delve looks like in Morrowind. In all fairness, even for ESO, this delve looks pretty great.
Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent.
Anyway, the last thing to do in Seyda-Neen is to pick up the main quest. And don't worry, I'm not going to drop fragments of it here and there. The main story will be organized and have its own section of the video. But from Seyda-Neen, I move on to the only next logical step, Balmora, through the preferred method of transportation, of course. Oh wait, you can't. I can't even go to Balmora from Seyda-Neen. There's only 2 options for the Silt Strider, and none of them are even where I'd want to go, because the other option would be Vivec City. Pulling up to Balmora on foot for the first time was a sight to behold. It was the exact opposite of Seyda-Neen. This is crazy. I mean, compared to Seyda-Neen, which is basically a 1-for-1 remake of Seyda-Neen and Morrowind, this is kind of cool, I won't lie. Like, this is a better, bigger city with what appears to be more infrastructure, a working river, like for boats and stuff, like. And by the way, this place has a Silt Strider, so I have no idea why I couldn't take one before. Anyway, I tried to find some of the cool landmarks like Caius's house, but to no avail. To me, that means Balmora must have been completely wiped off the map, right? And somehow Seyda-Neen was perfectly fine though. I will say, it was very cool to see the Red Mountain actually spewing lava in the distance rather than Morrowind's endless ashy fog. After exploring a bit, I decided to do some questing, and as far as I could tell, Balmora only has 2 quests. Unlike Seyda-Neen, how
I'm bored. Well, I don't know. This is making me think of Stray, and Stray was so stupid.
Want to test your survival skills? We got you. Want to collect souls and get XP? We got you. You scared me.
Why did I go to that screen?
Mature.
Teams switching off. On Miro, Innovation Workspace, teams work on an infinite AI-powered canvas. No more silos, no more blank stares, no more productivity tools that aren't very productive. On the canvas, projects ship faster. Why? Because teams are on the same page from idea to outcome. So there's no more dozing off, switching off, and wandering off in different directions. There's better collaboration, problem solving, and AI tools do things like this. Brief written. Next steps agreed. Even time to call your mom. Hey, Patty. Miro on the wall. Who's the fastest of them all? You are, Jenny. You are. Innovation belongs on the canvas. Innovation belongs on Miro.
About 6 months ago now, I got pretty burnt out with Skyrim, as you know, I started my channel about 7 or 8 months ago from recording this video, and I started playing the hell out of it over and over again, and I got kind of burnt out, so I went back and decided I wanted to play some of the old Elder Scrolls games, because I've tried to play Oblivion, I've tried to play Morrowind, but I've never really been able to commit myself to any proper playthrough. And at the time I was watching this YouTuber called Mickey D, who plays a lot of old Elder Scrolls games, and he played Daggerfall and Arena. I think it was Daggerfall, it might have been, I don't remember, but it was Arena that I settled on, and it's actually free on Steam. The Elder Scrolls 1 and 2 Daggerfall and Arena are free on Steam, so I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna download Arena and play it. And without a doubt, it goes without saying that the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena is probably the worst one in the series, but for some reason I got like addicted to it, you know? The game is unapologetically challenging, I won't lie. Especially if you go into it blind like I did, you're gonna get fucked up, especially considering the fact that they made this game in 1990, I believe, or something like that. This game's like 14 years older than I am. I think they designed the game with it in mind, that when you bought the game, you'd buy it physically, you'd buy the physical, like, floppy disks. I think it was floppy disks they used. And you also have, like, the user's manual, so I think they had that in mind, that you would have, like, access to all of the tutorial information in the physical handbook. So when it's free on Steam, people play it on Steam and it's like you don't actually get it. Why you should play the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena is probably, it's one of the most unique experiences for someone like me. It's like a completely different game. You know, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim are very different games, but you can kind of in your brain be like, okay, yeah, like they're pretty much the same, you know, iteration of the same franchise, but different, like, you know, different time periods, like 2002, 2006, 2011. You know, they were made with different time, like, with different, like, gaming metas, different gaming norms, but, you know, they're pretty much the same thing. But with Arena, this was, like, a completely new game, and, but but within the Elder Scrolls universe, which is just an amazing, twist. It's like a completely different, completely challenging, unforgiving game. And I think if you, care about if you're like me and you care about the Elder Scrolls beyond just one individual game, I think you will probably enjoy playing Arena. You will probably play it for a couple of hours, get mad at it maybe because it's so fucking hard. The character I made, I named Dennick the Unmighty or something, and he basically just stole from the Mages Guild in like every city he came across, and he made like tens of thousands of bucks doing it. It was kind of crazy. But also, like, I think what makes Arena so fun too is the fact that I had to learn something new, but it was also had familiarity, because I'm the type of guy who, I'm very skeptical about new things, because I already like the things that I like, of course. So it's like, why would I, try to experience something new? Because it's just like, oh, it's probably going to be annoying. But with the Elder Scrolls, like, I already understand the Elder Scrolls, of course. So it's like, it is a new experience, but it's familiar, which I really like. And you get to kind of see, like, the early kind of, development of the Elder Scrolls franchise, back when it was before they had, like, the fully in-depth lore. Back when it was kind of just, generic D&D medieval game. They had stuff like adamantite equipment and mithril equipment. They also had like steel plate stuff. They had ebony. I think ebony was the best. They had like the mages guild. The mages had like classic like magic person equipment, like kind of like with.
So I'm not seeing this guy get out of the first dungeon. Like, I never got out of the first dungeon. Shit is just like, it's so hard. I don't know how. But I'm realizing that you can just save at any time. So I think I just like save a bunch and then try to get to the next dungeon. Or try to get out of the dungeon.
The pointy blue hats and the star and the moon, pajama looking robes. And it's surprising too how even back in the first game, just how much like shit there was. You'd expect it to be kind of have less of an identity. You'd expect it to be kind of just like, shallow medieval game. But just how much there actually was, like they had pretty much like half, if not almost, I think they had like almost all of like the Daedric artifacts in that game. Like they had the Ogma Affinium, I think they had the Mace of Morlag Ball, or they had something. They had one Daedric weapon, but I know they had the Ogma Affinium, which I got, which was fucking overpowered as shit, man. But yeah, they also had like Uriel Septim, of course. I think it was Uriel Septim. Anyways, they had like one of the main guys. Yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised to go back and play it. And the same goes for Daggerfall. If Arena is a bit too simplistic for you, then Daggerfall would definitely be more your thing. I think Daggerfall is in every way better than Arena, but it's more kind of 3D, which I think the thing that draws me to Arena specifically is it reminds me just a little bit more of the shitty games I played as a kid. Obviously I was born in 2004, so the games I played are around the early to mid 2000s. Like I played Halo Combat Evolved. Obviously I played Minecraft. I played a lot of like the games I played was like right on the edge of the low poly technology. Like if you guys know, like Mario 64, obviously I didn't play that game, and I've played Mario 64, but that kind of style of that really low poly game, that kind of look is what I was familiarized with growing up, especially in like Halo Combat Evolved. If you've played that game, you know what I'm talking about. Very low poly, stretched out textures, and something about the pixelation and the extreme limitations that you have with Arena, I think is so charming to me, because games nowadays, they have limitations, of course, but they disguise it almost. Like it's almost like games nowadays want you to believe that you're really there and you're really, and this is like a real life kind of scenario, kind of. Like obviously like, magic and shit is like, obviously that doesn't really exist. But they try to hide the limitations. They try to hide like the skybox. They try to hide the barrier to the edge of the map. Which makes sense, of course. I completely agree with that. Otherwise, I wouldn't like it. But something about the fact that the old games didn't do that. They kind of just had the entire playing field surrounded by like a giant mountain or something. Like again, in Combat Evolved, Halo Combat Evolved, like you were always in like a permanent like valley, because like you was just surrounded by hills that you could just not scale or whatever. I think that's so funny and so charming. And yeah, Arena has a lot of limitations, of course. The fact that you can't look up or down, I think that's actually really funny. Also, the fact that it's kind of like, I forget what the name, the style is, I think it's called 2.5D, like the style of the game, because if you guys don't know, like some games are 2D, some games are 3D, but there's a style of game that's 2.5D, where it's 2D, two-dimensional, but it's like they have dozens or like hundreds of 2D screens that give you the illusion that you're playing in 3D, kind of like the original Doom games, if you know what I mean. The original Doom games are 2.5D, and I think the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena is something like that. But yeah, anyways, I'm getting a bit rambly, so I recommend you try out the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena, maybe even Daggerfall. I think Morrowind, because Morrowind came out on the Xbox, like the original Xbox. So Morrowind is kind of a bit more modern. I know that sounds like that sounds completely not true. Like, to me, a modern game is something that I've experienced within my lifetime. That's what I feel like. A retro game is the shit that came out before I was born. Modern is anything that came out within like the 2000s, but obviously that's not true. Modern games would be more like 2014 and beyond, and even then 2014 is that's a decade ago actually. Fuck, that's actually crazy. 2014, a decade ago. God damn, I'm getting old, guys. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you do play it. Like, it's literally free on Steam. Like, you could literally play it right now, and I think the entire game is like 100 megabytes. Yeah, it's literally 105 megabytes. So like, you could download this in like 1 second, basically. Anyways, thank you for watching, subscribe, and peace out.
Pretty often on this channel, we talk about remake mods for Fallout 4 and Skyrim, these being immensely ambitious mod projects where modders are trying to recreate some of the older games in their franchises. As of late, we saw pretty awesome gameplay trailers and presentations from both Skyblivion, the mod attempting to recreate Oblivion in Skyrim, and Skywind, the sister mod trying to recreate Morrowind in Skyrim. Yet, one mod that I've never covered on this channel, and frankly didn't even know about, is Daggerfall, which actually isn't attempting to do anything. It already has recreated the main quest of Daggerfall, the second Elder Scrolls game in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This mod is presently available for both Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition, and just by clicking
Alright, I don't know what to do here. Damn it. This guy's teabagging. No way, dude.